I just rolled up to an ice castle. I look really sleepy. It's because I am. It's 7 in the morning. The sun rises at 7:45, so I got here a little early so I could get everything set up, all the cameras going before fishing starts to get good. But I came out here last night. I cut the holes. I got the castle set up, and everything like that's ready. So I just rolled out of bed, and I just got here. But we're fishing for walleye today, and hopefully a lot of them. So stick around. So I'm going to try to get down there super quick, but I'm rolling with a 1-2 punch. This will be my dead stick rod. I'm going to have a live minnow on it. Drop shot weight up the line. Normal people are going to use a split shot, but this is all I had, so that's what I'm doing. And then about 12 inches up the line, I've got a little octopus hook. It's like a number 1 size that I use on my drop shots. So it's just like a reverse drop shot, I guess. I'm going to take a nice lively minnow, hook it by the tail. And you can see how crazy that thing is. And then the rod that I'm going to be actively jigging with while that thing is sitting down there, it's a jigging spoon. It's a Northland buckshot one. It's got a rattle in it. Excuse the mess over there. It's I haven't cleaned it yet. I just got this thing out on the lake and I wanted to fish in it. A flasher is so precise, it's showing you just how small of movements you have to make in order to coax a fish up. I kind of get away from that when using live scope because it's more of a broad picture showing you the whole landscape. You can zoom in, but not nearly as well as you can zoom in on a flasher like this. Like I can put it down to pretty well the inch that you're moving it. Can be the difference sometimes in seeing the fish, its energy wanting to come up or go back down. And I'm much more confident in reading a flasher like this and getting fish to bite than I am a live scope. The other nice thing is that the return on it is completely instant. So we got a fish here again. I'm just gonna raise it up. Now, a lot of the times you can't go too fast. Oh. I'll see if it wants a spoon now. One of the biggest points of today's video should be that live scope isn't the be all end all. It's a tool. It's great for a lot of things, but it's not the best at everything. I still prefer a traditional flasher for coaxing fish into biting. But live scope's a great tool for looking around, breaking down a new lake, breaking down a spot, knowing exactly where to set up. It's very good. You can drill one hole, turn it around, and basically see exactly where you need to be. You can see right where the fish are, but if you use a live scope, you can see exactly where you need to be very quickly. Whereas with a flasher, you're going to have to use your imagination a little more, drill a lot more holes in order to figure that out, and you're still not going to see nearly as much as you would have with the live scope. But in a situation like this where I'm in a shack, I'm not moving, I don't want to move. The point of me being in here is because I want to be comfy, and I'm just waiting for the fish to come by me. So in a situation like that, the flasher is the most amazing thing, in my opinion. In my opinion. Doesn't have to be your opinion. It's my opinion. Got a bite already. There we go. That's not big, but it's number 1. We're on the board. That one didn't mess around. It just showed up. I was trying to mess around with how to catch the flasher on camera, but that wasn't working out too well. And this guy came in. I saw him through my phone. Sauger. Oh, got a fish. Got a fish coming in. Looks like it's on the dead stick again. There we go. That one's slightly heavier. Going up. Climbing the ladder. We're going up. It's another sauger. Getting bigger. Getting bigger. Yes. That feels big. See? So, sometimes they come in when you're aggressively jigging it, and yeah, it's not that big. Not that small, but it's not that big. It's nice though. Oh, it's a pike. That's not fun at all. I mean, unless you like pike, I guess. I don't. Oh. I don't really want him to break me off. So I will grab him. You're just making this more difficult on yourself. Thought that was it. I really thought that was it. Well, I've got a fish on this one too. Or I did. Okay. Oh. What's going on here? It's like another pike. Pretty sure that's another pike. That was way too fast to be a walleye. Yeah. 2 in a row. Sweet. Oh. Oh, would you just look? There's another fish. Get off. This one might be a good one. Get away. Get away from me. We got a fish down there. And I really want to catch it because I think it's probably a walleye. It's just hanging on the bottom. So I have to go fast. We'll get the Mr. Spoon down there first. Yeah, it's still there. Ugh. Don't you just love pike? They're slimy and slithery. We don't have any fish here right now, so this would be the perfect opportunity for me to talk to you a little bit about the ice castles. So what I do is I rent out these super fancy ice shacks on Lake of the Woods. I live in Kenora in Canada on the northern side of Lake of the Woods. And I have a fleet of these ice castle units that I rent out. So if you've never seen an ice castle or heard of one, what it is it's a super fancy ice shack, but it's basically an RV that drops right down onto the ice. I've got holes here in the floor. They're built for ice fishing. They're very well insulated. We have a furnace on that's going to keep us warm the entire time that runs off propane. And then I have a generator that powers the entire unit. So you can have the microwave on. There's a fridge here. There's an oven, stove. You can charge your phone, watch TV, play music. We have a stereo with speakers up in the ceiling. There's a bathroom, beds to sleep 4 people. This thing has absolutely everything you're going to need. I outfit them all with Keurig coffee makers. I supply you guys with the pods. So basically all you have to bring is your own food and your fishing gear. Now, if you don't have fishing gear and you just think this would be a super sweet camping trip, or they like to call it glamping these days, you can totally do that. If you don't have fishing gear, I can rent you fishing gear. I have a live scope that I rent out as well, and I run trips on Lake of the Woods from about January 1st until March 15th. And I still have some weekday availability left, so anywhere from a Sunday to a Thursday night. You can stay from 2 days. I've had people stay 5 days. I've had people stay 10. A lot of people have questions about the access to these because they're out on the lake. How do you get to them? Do I have to shuttle you out there? It's actually very easy to get out here. What I do is I plow ice roads right up to the doors of all the shacks. Starting from the landing, we go down about 10 miles or so, and then I have my own branch road that I have the shacks on. That was weird. Ah, first walleye. Not big, but it's a fish. We got our first walleye. Not a big one, but step in the right direction. So like I was saying before we were rudely interrupted. So like I was saying, I plow ice roads right to the door of the shacks. It's very easy to get to. The ice roads are super smooth. I mean, most groups that come out, they bring either an SUV or a truck, but I've had people come out with cars. I've had a Mustang come out there, Honda Civic. So you can come out with literally anything. Draw number 2 is the fishing, and then the fishing pressure. I'm the only person out there doing this. So as far as shacks go, you know, there might be a couple locals that are out there. So aside from that, it's going to be me with my castles and you guys. So I like to spread it out a lot, try to keep you guys out of eyesight if I can, try to keep you about a mile away from each other. So you really feel like you're out there and you're by yourself. Even though you're not, you're going to be in cell service. But I'm just a phone call away if you need me for anything. The other thing I started doing last year as well was I started to plow some spots for guys to bring their own fish houses up. I know that's very popular down on the southern end of Lake of the Woods, other lakes, Mille Lacs, Red Lake, things like that. So I started to do that as well. I only have a limited number of spots though because I want to keep that feeling of you being by yourself up here. But I do still have a lot of spots open for that as well. So I'll be running that from January 10th until March 15th this year. I'll link my website below and my contact info. So if you want to shoot me an email or give me a call, you can text me as well. That's going to be my cell number. That was weird. So it came up like super fast. Yeah, it's a sauger, of course. That makes sense. So saugers are a little more aggressive than a walleye is, and came up super fast, like a pike would look on the graph, and I missed it, and it like zoomed back down to bottom. So I lay back down again, and it came up basically as soon as I got my head back down. But sauger, that would be a keeper. If let's see. No, just kidding. That one's like 11.5 inches. Not a keeper. It's got to be almost 14 to keep. So the only fish that I caught on that spoon was a pike. Everything else has wanted the minnow. Well, we only caught a couple fish. It wasn't very good. But that's okay because we're scouting. I just put this on a new spot. I do that a lot, whether I have access to a castle and I just put it down on a spot for a night or a morning or something like that. And I'll try to spend a lot of time at new places that I've never been before. Because the more that I learn, and to put it bluntly, the more that I suck, the less my guests suck. The less you guys suck when you come to stay in here. So I spend a lot of time fishing, for nothing. But in doing that, now I know a lot of really great places to catch fish. So if you're looking for something fun to do, a new vacation, a new place to go, check out the link in the description below. Shoot me an email, text me, call me, whatever you need to do, and we'll get something set up. So thanks for watching this all the way to the end, and I'll see you at the next one.